And to introduce them, I would now like to invite my colleague James.
All right. How's everyone doing this afternoon? I know most of you have been going through a lot of pitches. So thank you for staying by with us. Hope everyone is fully caffeinated and ready to go through our Italian agency demo day. So yes, this handsome lad here is me. I'm part of the ventures team. We are the venture capital arm of Plug and Play. So we do early stage investments, anything from pre-seed to pre-A, and a range of investments, and from what you've seen as well here right across today's segment. Maybe we can go through today's agenda, what we're going to be going through. Yep, so for today's Italian Trade Agency Demo Day, we were going to be starting it off with a very notable opening speech by our ITA Trade Commissioner and also by the Italian Ambassador, followed by our startup pitches. So we have 9 startup pitches for today. Anything from your fintech or AI right across the different spectrum of financial services. Next slide. So maybe just to, I guess, reacquaint everyone to our housekeeping items here. So some of our name tag colors here. Blue is for corporate government. You can find them all the way at the bottom of your name tag. We have startup for red, speaker for orange, investor community partner for green. I believe some of you have seen our investor community right across this hall. So if you tend to pass by our speed dating area, you can come across some of the investors we have invited. And yes, purple for the Plug and Play APAC team. And just going through again the venue layout here, we have some of the startup booths. For the incoming startup pitches, ITA startups, you'll find them at booth 87654, and I believe a few more over there. And yes, mentioned investor speeding dating area and conference hall. And food timings here, breakfast, lunch, afternoon, and we have our Wi-Fi network here for the guests. And if you'd like to connect with some of the startups, feel free to scan the QR code. You'll see a list of our startups in our agenda for today as well. I know you've come across a lot of startups, 60 plus, I believe, in a few more incoming. So stay tuned, and we'll be happy to connect you with some of these startups as well. But yeah, I believe we are, I think we are still waiting, I guess. Yep, okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yep, sorry. Okay. All right, so we'll just go through a testimonial video as we await our speakers for the day. All right, yeah, video roll.
Let's go.
I was here last year. I think it's grown almost 100%. It was standing room only, and now the opportunity has tremendously increased just because the Asia Pacific region, especially Southeast Asia, has increased. So the interaction from people as far north Asia as Japan down to far south Australia is an interesting aspect that Plug and Play has just brought together.
Well, this is my first time attending the summit. You get to see so many different booths, so many startups, so many interesting ideas. And I think it is where you have all these ideas coming together, get to know more people, get to know more fellow founders, and just brainstorm new ideas together. I think that is really fantastic platform to do that.
So in terms of what I find interesting about the summit is that it has a very good blend of content piece that showcases thought-provoking and thought leadership speakers. And then it also has a very well-managed exhibition and curated companies, not just companies from Singapore, but from around the region. So I'm really looking forward to see who are all the key leaders in terms of technology for the region.
Being a startup, you don't know who to trust. Having Plug and Play there to oversee the relationships that they're connecting you with gives the startup trust and a bit better confidence in who the companies they're dealing with.
Working with Plug and Play is a great experience. They are very well organized. They provide a lot of good exposure to us, including today, I'm able to do the investor pitch, and also meet a lot of investors within one day.
We are working with partners like Plug and Play today to build up the corporate's institutional processes as well as to establish best practices in order to collaborate with startups more effectively, driving towards commercial outcomes at the end of their innovation efforts.
For the APAC Summit event, I realized all like-minded people has been gathered in one space and we get to connect and network. It just complements the whole ecosystem, not only as senior healthcare, but technology itself as well, and also financial services.
The experience of working with Plug and Play has been positive. Plug and Play has largely demonstrated willingness to explore and also be flexible to cater to the needs of the local market. They're a very good connector in terms of introducing startups to larger corporates, and I think this is one of the most practical way of companies to uncover innovation.
Coming from a telco perspective, we journey from being a telco to a techco company. This is where we find ecosystem partners very relevant. So joining summits like this opens our horizon to partners, both local and international, bringing in solutions that can enhance our company as well.
If I have a message to send to all the startups of the world, get in contact with one stakeholder of Plug and Play and keep the relation up and build the relation. We are talking directly with people in Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Singapore, with people, not with a machine, and the benefits are huge.
All right, thanks so much. And welcome back to me again right on stage. As mentioned, thank you for joining us for our Italian Trade Agency Demo Day. So this is the 6th edition of the Global Startup Program, jointly launched by the Italian Trade Agency and Plug and Play APAC. This brings together 9 promising startups to Southeast Asia, helping them connect, collaborate, and scale in one of the world's fastest growing markets. It's a testament to how Singapore has become a launchpad for international startups and how innovation diplomacy is building bridges between Europe and Asia. Since its inception, the Global Startup Program has supported 200 startups worldwide, spanning fintech, AI, and smart manufacturing. And this edition continues that, fostering collaboration and shared growth between Italy and the region. And with that, let's welcome back on stage Mr. Giorgio Calveri, Trade Commissioner, Italian Trade Agency Singapore. A round of applause to Mr. Giorgio. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Welcome everybody to this demo day. This is the most important, one of the most important days of the Global Startup Program. As my friend said, this is the 6th edition of the Global Startup, the 4th in Singapore, and is a part of the efforts that the Italian Trade Agency, in the framework of the strategy of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, put in sustaining the innovation, the economy of innovation. Innovation is at the really root of the success of Made in Italy in the world. If we are the 6th global exporter, is due to the extraordinary capacity of our company to innovate. Innovation is a pervasive concept that touches all the sectors of Made in Italy. Of course, fintech is one of the most innovative sector, and what is important is that we selected the startup. This is a particular feature of the Global Startup Program. They are not here just on a first come, first served basis, but they are here because they all offer extraordinary solutions, extraordinary services, products that can benefit all our system, and I hope also Singapore. This year we are honored to carry on the project with Plug and Play, which I thank. And I also thank the ambassador, Mr. Dante Brandi, for being here with us. I hope this day will be very productive for you all, and I leave the floor to Ambassador Dante Brandi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Giorgio Calveri.
Well, thank you very much, Giorgio, and pleasure for me to attend the 6th edition of the Global Startup Program on the demo day, the most important day, as Giorgio said, for our startups, presenting and pitching in front of VC, angels, investors and the larger, broader community of stakeholders in fintech, insurtech, and blockchain in Singapore. Allow me to make a very brief introduction to the newcomers, the startuppers and the founders from Italy on what is Singapore and why we're doing this. Probably you know Singapore is a fast-growing economy, very much based on innovation, on human capital. It's part of its story, and this hasn't changed in 60 years of independence. So we celebrate the 60 years of independence of Singapore and the 60 years of the relationship between Italy and Singapore in still betting on this place to innovate and to forge human capital, which is the most important resource we have. Giorgio mentioned the Made in Italy and the capacity we have to innovate. I can possibly complement this comment in saying that innovation in Italy is very much based, well, Italy probably has a peculiar capacity to combine tradition with innovation. This is where our Made in Italy, and this is why the Made in Italy is so wide, famous globally, is not just the famous 3F of food, furniture, and Ferrari. But it's really much more than that: industrial machinery, advanced technology, innovation. And in Singapore, we decided to bet on the fourth F, which is fintech, including, of course, insurtech and blockchain, because of the ecosystem of this city-state, because we can definitely recognize that innovation in most of this sector, either be fintech, insurtech, or blockchain, will be developed in Asia. And Singapore being at the center of Southeast Asia and a global headquarter for companies, multinational companies, especially active in Asia Pacific, we couldn't miss the opportunity to have this acceleration program in Singapore. So that's why we decided, along with the Italian Trade Agency, whom I thank, of course, for the support over this year, to devote the Global Startup Program to 3 sectors. And really, it's a blessing, I have to say, to showcase that some of the Italian founders who were accelerated in Singapore in previous edition of the Global Startup Program have established their business in Singapore, betting on growth in the wider Asian region. I hope this will be the case for the new Italian startups selected for this year program, whom of course I wish all the best in this adventure. And finally, let me conclude and say that Singapore is definitely crucial because we run the Global Startup Program in different capitals around the world: London, Tokyo, of course, San Francisco with Innovate. But Southeast Asia is becoming growing in terms of importance and in terms of development. We found an ecosystem second to none, and this is why I also would like to thank Plug and Play for arranging the program, the acceleration program for our global startup. And I'm definitely convinced this will be a very instructive moment for our funders, for the new startups selected. Again, innovation is crossing Singapore like nowhere else, and you will find a lot of stimulus. I wish all the founders to get the best out of this experience in Singapore. Look around yourself. A lot is happening in this city-state, including in this week. We are having this acceleration program, but along with this program, we're having the Energy Week. We just closed the Cyber Week last Sunday. So a lot is happening in this place, and this is a clear demonstration of the convening power of Singapore within the broader region. So wish you all the best. Thanks again to ITA and to Plug and Play, and wish you all the best for the rest of the program. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Ambassador Dante Brandi, for gracing us with that speech. Right now, I think we've come to the other exciting part of our program. I think our founders up here in the front row are excited about it. You can see it in their faces. So let's start it off. Let's kick off with our startup pitches. Our first startup for today is Station Deus. Can we go back to the one slide? Yep, Station Deus. And it's yep. We'd like to invite Marco up here on stage. Station Deus designs and manufactures modular and customizable cocktail and beer stations made in Italy and shipped worldwide. So with that, I'd like to invite our Marco.
Hi everybody, I'm Marco from the Station Deus. What we do at Station Deus are bar counters that evolve with your business. We mainly focus on cocktail bars, hotels, caterings, and the hospitality sectors who really needs to use the equipment in the right end. When I used to explain how the company works, I say, imagine to go on an online configurator for cars, but instead of cars, configure your cocktail bar in terms of aesthetically and technically feature that you can choose on the website. Buying it as if you were on Amazon, that means delivery time of Amazon, 7 days all over Europe, your personalized bar, and customer service of Amazon. Then you receive a pack that is like IKEA. You build it by yourself at the end, and you find with a piece, you ended up with a piece of Lego that you can rearrange every time based on your needs. So let's say a customer comes to us with that kind of project, and they ask for features in terms of how many people they need to work on and dimensions. And online, they can set up the bars with our modules. Each modules cover different needs based on the bar sector and restaurants. So let's say cocktails, beers, wines, fridges, and aesthetic things. Each module is assemblable, is transportable, and is customizable in the way that based on the accessories that you add, you can make it more suitable for outdoor or for indoor. That's a thing that means that you can have a bar that you can bring in the middle of nothing and have everything you need to work. Also aesthetically, you can use our one aesthetic and configure your own bar. Otherwise, you can apply and use the frame, for example, for architects, to attach your one. And you have it. And then you can continuously changing it, adding feature or removing one. So let's say that you create a bar thinking to make cocktails and you ended up making beers. You do not have to throw away your investment. You remove the beers modules and the cocktails modules, and you add the beer modules in an easily way. Or you can switch it and reconfigure it based on your needs. So let's say if you're a catering or if you're moving your bar in another venue, you don't have to throw away your investment. You bring the bars with you. Or you bring the bars to more venue if you have more than one in the same night. Those are some of our customers, and those are some of our financials right now. This year we're going to close with 2.5 million in revenue and 600 in profit. And those are our teams right now. We have 15 people, we're reaching 16 by the end of the year. Here in Singapore, we're looking for supplier for customers, F1Pay pilots, to see if there is a market here as there is in Europe and US. Thank you.
All right, a round of applause to Mark. Thank you so much for your pitch. And if you'd like to get connected with Marco, take note of the booths of the ITA startups all the way close to the registration area. And now I'd like to invite Travelverse. Travelverse Jollygate fuses AI, IoT, and fintech with a smart procurement gateway that autonomously manages digital payments and supply chain for critical infrastructure. So with that, I'd like to invite Antonio up here on stage.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Thanks, James. And I take a few seconds of my own time to thank one Italian trade agency, our embassy, for this incredible opportunity. Thank you very much. And our hostess, Plug and Play, is an incredible contributor. Thank you very much. This is not my picture, guys. I'm sorry, you got a very old version of it. Well, no worries. I can explain it in 2 minutes. So what it is, JollyGate. JollyGate is an IoT device that can autonomously make payments and make contracts. It's actually designed to have the capability of run complex systems without the human intervention. Let's say for very complex systems, like we are working with ANAS in Italy on street lighting and tunnel lighting, this device can actually manage all the lighting and also, if necessary, make the purchase of the bulbs, of the wires, of everything that is necessary. So, in few words, JollyGate is, I'm using not to say anymore the future of AI, but it's the present of AI. When we ask the AI not to resolve or respond simple questions, but to act. This is it.
All right, thank you so much, Antonio. A round of applause to Antonio. Yeah. All right, thank you so much, Antonio. And yep. And yeah, again, if you'd like to connect with Antonio, please meet him at the booth on the ground floor. And with that, I'd like to invite Kunesha. Kunesha is a digital service that integrates data, technology, and managers to improve business practices and decision-making for SMEs. So I'd like to invite Tudor up here on stage. Round of applause.
So hello everyone, nice to see a full house over here. So we are Connexia. We do business intelligence for small and medium enterprises using AI and machine learning and also managers. So what does that mean? So this is, okay. Okay, I'll just go. So sorry for this, the slides are not in the order I expected. So did you know that Europe is actually made of small and medium enterprises? So over 90% of economics and the whole labor industry in Europe is made of small and medium enterprises. So these small and medium enterprises, for us being European and our culture is very rich in the things that the ambassador said, we are also getting older. So old means that we don't innovate enough. So not innovating takes these numbers higher and higher every year. So bankruptcies and difficulties are starting to adapt for small and medium enterprises. So what happens is that the entrepreneurs see a lot of things going on around them with AI and wars and unsustainable economy and competitors from all over the world, and they don't know which road to take, which investments to make. So either they go with instinct or they stand still. In both cases, this is bad for their business, staying still or making wrong decisions, right? Wrong investments. So what we do, we give them software we built that transforms data into decisions, into information. And it works without an ERP, without Excel, and without data entry. So it's a plug-and-play service software that transforms data into information. So this information is usable online with easy-to-use dynamic dashboard. And we put together also a network of fractional managers to help the entrepreneur read their data, their information, set up a strategy, execute it, and see themselves going out of crisis and even growing up. So the business model is a software as a service plus managers on the high level over there. Okay. On the last level, okay, so yeah, I got Antonio's problem also. These are not the slides I was expecting. So anyway, this is the market. We're currently in Europe. We're expanding from Italy, expanding in whole Europe. This is our traction. We already have revenues, 1-year-old company. We have more than 6,000 euros raised up between revenues and investments. And we are currently 3 founders and 9 employees. So the team is growing. And if you want to check us out, and we are also open for an investment round, I'm at the booth over there and with Plug and Play. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Tudor. Despite that, you still delivered it clearly and beautifully as well. All right, thank you so much. Yeah, and again, if you'd like to visit Tudor, we have the booths right over there. All right, so next up, I'd like to invite John Marco from Healthy Food. Healthy Food, or MyCia, is a digital health and food tech company that powers restaurants and hotels with their interactive multilingual menus while enabling guests to match their food identity card. So with that, John Marco on stage.
Hi everybody, I'm Gianmarco from MyCia. We are a food tech company based in Italy. The future of eating out of home will be every day more customized and personalized, but HoReCa sector are facing lots of problems on it. Probably all of you know someone that is following a specific diet, people that have allergy, people that are intolerant to something, and this kind of people, when they go eating out of home, they have a lot of difficulty to find dishes that matches their dietary needs. That's why, because there's no tool in the HoReCa sector that helps this kind of people. This means lack of opportunities for all the sector, and that's why we decided to create our food identity card. The food identity card is our technology. It's like a food passport, digital, that everybody can use, putting inside all the information about their dietary needs. When a person scans one of our QR code, they can see only the dishes that can eat, with the list of allergen and the list of ingredients that compose every dishes. This is an example of how it works. And we are not alone, we got a lot of partners, big company in Italy that are still using our services, like Campari, Roadhouse, Coca-Cola. They buy our menu and they sell them to their final clients. The goal is to give to every citizen a digital passport, not only in restaurants, but also in schools, hospitals, and in every place where the people eat when they go out of home. In 2024, we did a big acquisition of one of our biggest competitors, Discovery, with more than 800 restaurants. And these are our numbers: 97 million of views of our menu, 17K restaurants in our network, and more than 170K food identity card in our network. Our business model now is a software as a service that we sell to the restaurant, and it costs 298 euro per year for every restaurant. And we got also a partnership with White Label Project that give us more than 45K per year. The partners are Campari and Coca-Cola, for example. For the future, our business model will grow up and we will integrate data sharing, and we will sell food ID revenue, food ID data to generate revenue. And thank you very much. If you want to see our menu, you can join us at booth 11, and buon appetito.
Thank you so much, John Marco. Buon appetito. All right. If you'd like to meet John Marco, his booth is right over there with the rest of the ITA startups. All right, so with that, I'd like to invite Maria from Beep, the AI layer helping banks and fintechs turn financial data into revenue, trust, and growth. So round of applause to Maria.
Thanks, James. Hello, everyone. My name is Maria Vittoria, founder of Beep. So we live in a world where everything is becoming super personalized. Think about your playlist, your shopping. Netflix knows what you want to watch next. Spotify knows what you want to listen to next. Why doesn't your bank suggest you what should be your next financial move? So the thing is, it is possible to do so, but banks have legacy systems that keep their data locked, so they can't use it to really personalize services. This is a problem because they lose customers and they also lose revenue. So if banks miss this lack of this intelligence layer, Beep is that data intelligence layer. So imagine unlocking data from customer financial data to bring truly hyper-personalization. So we're a team of 2 founders, both with joint startup experience. We're also fintech nerds, but also have a partner of advisors that kind of bring that fintech expertise. We worked with banks before, and the problem was they were all asking the same question: how do I really get to know my clients better? So end of last year, we started building Beep. So we piloted with the first few customers already, so validated the solution, and we're also already created momentum and saw strong demand signal with active prospects for the next upcoming months. We're riding the open finance and AI wave that's truly redefining the banking sector. So we're going to target with a SaaS solution Italy and Europe first, so then step into other markets as they expand globally. So what does Beep do in concrete terms? So we transform customer financial data into a holistic view of customer behavior so that banks can truly understand customer needs, enrich CRMs, and actually place products and suggest financial solutions closer to the customer needs. They connect simply to our data platform, inputting data, and then plugging in the agents that they actually need through an API-first platform. So this brings, of course, efficiency. It also boosts conversion of financial products, but also maximize retention because you're giving to your banks give to their clients actually products that are closer to them and personalized to their financial situation. We're not alone. We have some direct competitors in other markets. Our competitive edge is also our European positioning because European has a lot of regulations, so compliance first, privacy first. We're vertical specialization on banking, and we also are faster and more cost effective. To close up, we are beginning with first pilots across, again, Italy for early adopters, building the strong partnerships to then increase in millions of revenue by converting already the first pilots next year to then increase over time in our next 36 months. We actually have an active current round that we're wrapping up with both investors in Europe and also trying to expand conversations here in Southeast Asia as we expand into the market. Thank you so much. Happy to expand further over a conversation.
All right, thank you so much, Maria, and a round of applause. All right, I'll pass it to the team over there. All right, and again, if you'd like to meet Maria and the rest of the ITA startups, their booths are close to the food, which is a good attraction right over there. With that, we're moving on to our next startup, Deep Bridge. Technological solutions to boost sales conversion by expanding the range of services offered while increasing the personalization of the commercial proposition. And with that, I'd like to invite Davide up here on stage. Round of applause.
Thank you very much, James. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Thanks for being here. My name is Davide Benedetto. I can go with David without a problem. And in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to tell you a bit more about the bridge. So it was actually a few years ago that a good friend of mine and former colleague showed me this exact chart. So this is the adoption of smart technology and artificial intelligence by business function in the financial services. Now, the one number that struck me the most, and quite right away, was how little it was adopted into the sales function. So while this friend that I just told you about, for some reason I can't understand, decided to keep on his career in consulting, myself and a bunch of other professionals decided to embrace the challenge and launch the bridge. The key aim was to develop a catalog of smart technologies and AI solutions to support financial institutions, banks, insurance companies, and all the other financial institutions to boost their sales. Now, when we talk about sales conversion, we mean two quite specific angles. The first one is to broaden up the product range that they offer to their end customers, for which we have developed a data management platform, which we feed with data information, not customer information, data information. That is what differentiates us from a vast pool of competitors. And the other bit is to try and keep the level of personalization of the offering as much as possible, which is why we have roadmapped a set and a catalog of smart technologies that we keep on developing. As I said, 2023 was the first year of full operations for us. We are obviously in a growth life stage where we want to go very hard and deep in validating our value proposition in the market, and find customers and do sales. We have an established set of clients in Italy, which I don't expect you to know. Maybe you have heard about Crédit Agricole. We are having some meaningful conversation with some banks and insurance company here in Singapore as well to validate our value proposition in this market. And another important piece of information is that as a go-to-market strategy, we rely a lot on business partners like system integrators and consulting companies, where we can fit our solution into their larger digital transformation programs, and we're very proud and happy to be selected by the like of Accenture and BCGs, which I know are very established and successful companies in the region as well. As I run out of time, I beg your apologies. I'm very much a sales guy, so I'm much more used to 30 to 60-minute meetings rather than 3-minute speech. So if you want to know a bit more about the bridge, you can find me. The booth is not actually 13, but I think it's 7. But you can find me and I can show you a demo version of our platform. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Davide. A round of applause for our startup. And next, I'd like to invite Pugli AI. Pugli AI is an innovative AI service startup focused on providing cutting-edge solutions in the use of prompt engineering, model training, data gathering, fine-tuning, and custom code development. And with that, I'd like to invite Gregor up here on stage. Round of applause.
Thank you, James. Hi, everybody. My name is Gregor, and I want to ask you to raise your hand if you're investing right now in search engine optimization. Anybody here investing in search engine optimization? All right, we have a few hands, but that's because you guys are not CMOs. So CMOs in companies, they're currently asking questions such as, my SEO investment, is it really bringing the revenue that I'm investing in, or is AI stealing the search results from me? So we conducted some 50 interviews in Italy, and we found out that from companies like Barilla, Teoresi, and so on, the CMOs, they have no idea what is going on with their with their SEO investment. So we built a platform that solves this problem. It does it in it does it across 5 different dimensions. And how does it do it? We analyze your website, we track the results, we fix the results automatically with a piece of code, and then we allow you to monitor your appearances on AI search platforms. So our platform is already ready. We have already a couple of customers. But before that, I just want to tell you that how it works a little bit. We do some 70 checks on your website. It is done in some 60 seconds. And from this, you have a report. It's a huge market right now. SEO is a really, really big market. And it's getting eaten away by AI. Our go-to-market strategy is pretty straightforward. For the first year, we are planning on focusing on enterprise clients. So we have already 3 enterprise clients, Barilla, Teoresi, and Max Lube. So these companies, they are paying us to analyze their search engine, their website, and understand if their page can be found on ChatGPT, Perplexity, and search engines like this. The market is being validated really fast. What does that mean? That means that there is lots of competition, and competition that is coming really fast. The difference between us and the competition is that we don't just track if your AI solution, if your web page is found on ChatGPT. We also allow you to optimize for it. We give you a little piece of code that is put inside of your website, and with this piece of code, your website is magically available on ChatGPT, Perplexity, and AI search platforms. Our go-to-market is directly via enterprise clients. We are a team of 2 right now. And if you would like a free report and see how your website is performing, come find me at my booth and we will do a scan of your website for free. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Gregor. A round of applause to to Pugly AI. All right, and now I'd like to invite Build up here on stage. Build is a green tech fintech startup providing disruptive SaaS for digital receipts, collecting and analyzing offline market big data with an in-house AI model. So I'd like to invite Nicola up here on stage. Round of applause.
Okay. So, hi everyone. Well, when Plug and Play Interligation, that I thank again, invite me, I did what a serious founder should do, you know, to be prepared to Singapore. So, I bought a rain poncho to be prepared in Singapore. And what happened is that after the other days, I received on my social media, on Instagram, TikTok, wherever, similar product that I already bought. And this happened because in the online market, data is gold. Data is using through profiling in the market. But this not happen in the offline market. Why? Very easy. We just print this data. So we as Build want to solve this problem. That's the number of paper receipts that we print every year in Europe, 200 billion paper receipts. And that's instead the opportunity because the 93% of offline market big data today are completely unknown and not analyzed. How we did it? Through a software as a service that we provide to POS provider and banks, and you can get your digital receipt just tapping your phone. No email address, no phone number, nothing to share. This is very useful for our customer because you can cut your cost, 85% less expensive than thermal printing, and also digital receipt is a marketing tool to address specific promotion and discount. So how it works? That's the classic configuration, cash register plus thermal printer. You can just replace with your POS system, and this is what happens when you should exactly tap your phone. So that's a cash register not made by us, third party. The customer just has to tap on the device, you get a pop-up, you click on it, and you get your digital receipt, and then you can, if you want, you can download PDF for guarantee or reimbursement. So that's the market that we are facing right now in Europe, 21 billion. Right now we are mainly focused on the customer of our main partner, so Banca Sella, one of the, the main provider, the POS provider in Italy. Some traction, we start in November 2023 with just an idea, 3 of us. Today we are 8. Then we got an acceleration program in Switzerland made by Eternity, and also they invest in our company. We also raised €500,000 European funds, and we won some industry awards. In this July, we also have a bridge round with Mondadori, the main publisher in Italy, and also we got, thanks to 2 different partnerships, more than 1,000 customers. Right now we have a pilot with, as I told you, Banca Sella, and we hope that it will be next February on their POS system. So that's right now our financial need. We are raising 2 million. 1 million is already, it's still like vacant share, so we are open to someone that want to invest in a European startup. And that's instead the team. I'm the only person that used to speak English, so that's why I'm here, not for other reasons. But we have like a team of nerds, software engineers, cybersecurity, marketing, app development. Just why now? That's the reason why retailers are ESG driven. Technology, we use NFC, these are 98% of smartphone wearable, and regulation, because it will be mandatory in Europe very soon. So thanks a lot, and see you around.
All right, thank you so much, Nicola, for that good presentation. And yeah, if you'd like to connect with Nicola, has a booth right over there. And with that, we've come to our last but not least startup for the day, for Italian Trade Agency Demo Day, BCC Studio. And with that, I'd like to invite Marco up here on stage, Seamless Trust in Software. All right, round of applause for Marco.
Hello, ciao, I'm Marco from BCC Studio. Thanks to the ambassador and to ITA for this opportunity. I am talking about a problem we solved recently in Italy that is a huge opportunity for all Europe, because until a few weeks ago, for a startup, what you do to raise fund is to go to bank, doing debt, loans, or selling equity. Now, it's a few weeks, we have a new law that allows you to raise money without selling equity. And what we did, it was to convert this law in smart contracts from the blockchain. So this is the laws that allows this, and is very new. But the result is that startups can raise capital without dilution or debt, no banks, no funds, and it is all 100% digital. On the other side, the investors have real regulated instruments, and by our adding of the blockchain, everything is transparent, so everything is under control. We are the first case. We have been just 10 days ago from the notary activated for this new law, and we are raising capital via these digital instruments. We are both the startup and the pilot case. Our vision, anyway, is to go through, as Italy is in Europe, to become the dashboard for startups to raise capitals via blockchain for all Europe. And this takes us to our market that is huge. There is no numbers here, but I can show you in my booth. This is our team of youth-minded people, but we are all seniors, mixing competencies from the technical, financial, and the regulation world. So everyone is invited to get more information about this, and consider that investing in our startups means helping building the digital framework for 750,000 startups in Europe. That is a very big market.
All right, thank you so much, Marco. Round of applause to Marco. You have come here up on stage. So once again, that is our Italian Trade Agency Demo Day. So if you'd like to get connected with some of our startups, feel free to scan our QR code. If you'd like to get to know more about our program, we have Patricia here as well. And yes, most of the startups will be at the booths right over close to the food. And once again, I'm James. And another round of applause to our founders. I think they really braved it for today. So give it up to them. And with that, I'd like to hand over the time to Taerin for our next segment. Sorry. Oh yes, before that we'd like to take a group photo. Okay, all right, let's proceed first. I'd like to invite Dr. Giorgio and His Excellency the Ambassador up here on stage, maybe along with the founders as well. All right, everyone else, just smile and wait until we take these photos. Okay, okay. Oh, okay, okay, I'll join now real quick. All right, thank you so much. A round of applause once again to our founders, to the Italian Trade Agency, and to His Excellency Ambassador. All right, with that, we're moving on to our next segment.